welcome over here to the Dascar Phillips Cup Series Season 8 2015 here on Sport 1. We are here at the shortest racetrack on the calendar. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome ourselves over here to South Boston. This is one little but very, very tricky track, and you are going to see a lot of action from this racetrack. So before we'll start, by the way, just so you guys know, from now on, everything is just going to be a little bit, more organized. Of course, Daytona 500, we've had that. So now everything will be, back to basic and pretty much like how we are used to seeing these Dascar races go. Except for this is the first ever Dascar Phillips Cup Series sprint race. Of course, it is 5% of the main distance. It is 30 laps. This race is probably going to last somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes. Of course, we're talking a little bit more than that, but the race is going to be very short. It's not as short as qualifying races. It is a bit longer. We'll see how this will play out. The first of, I think, around 14 qualifying races there are on the calendar. Maybe more, but I'm not going to count them now. So 5% to South Boston races, sprint race and a main race. Main race will be 50%. Both single points, and they will be called the South Boston Sprint Race and the South Boston Main Race. You will also see that in the title. So very original, I know, I don't care. Just want to have it a little bit more simple. Don't want those sponsored races anymore. So we don't need that. So just a short update before we'll start. School has started for me again, so onto the High School of Amsterdam, doing aviation studies. So days are gonna be a little bit longer. It seems like from 9 to 4 or from 10 to 4 is pretty basic, but of course with 1 hour minimum of traveling, it will be take a little bit more time. And then sometimes I do have classes somewhere late in the afternoon or early evening or something. So we're going to be a little bit tricky. Today we're going to do a race. Thursday is a pretty great day to do a race. Except for, next week, probably not going to happen. A week after that might happen. But we're still a little bit balancing. Cannot say 100% sure. I'm not going to say with 100% certainty when the race is going to be, but I will try to do at least one race per week. The main race is going to be on Saturday, so probably upload on Sunday somewhere. That will be pretty short after, but for next week is going to be a very, very busy week. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a race. Probably not Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, not Thursday, maybe Thursday, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know. It's going to be busy, so I would say, you'll see the races come by. Also, the Dascar Regional Pro Cup Series is over here this weekend with the 10 driver. At least the word 10 drive. There are still 10 drivers now, so that is all people who missed the Phillips Cup Series Season 8. For you guys, some of you guys who are watching had signed up for that race, but after the Daytona 500, you'll be in race number 3. So just to make that sure, John has already done the second race, so you'll be participating from race number 3 onwards. So after this, I think the season with the Regional Pro Cup Series is going to be a little bit split with the Phillips Cup Series. So also I think the Dascar DSM Truck Series is also coming back this weekend, and the Dascar Friedrichshain Series is going to be coming back. So a lot of racing this weekend from the Dascar channels. Make sure to subscribe to them. The Utica Home Track Series, Jane Pinter's I think it is the DVN on NBCSN. That's the channel name. Crazy Chaos for Joshua. And also, I'm not sure if Alex Hawkins is going to be uploading races, but might be coming soon. He has a DP GNS on NBC and SN or something. I don't know. I always confuse them. So also, one other thing. yes, we now have finally a new car. Yesterday we picked it up, the Infiniti Q15R2 in the field over here, but I gotta say, when you stand close, it was really like a very... when we came, we were trying to look where it was, but well, it was somewhere inside, we didn't know, but behind the glass wall and covered underneath a sheet. So it was really like how they present cars when it is for the first time. That is exactly how it was. It was fantastic. It is the most beautiful car I've ever driven, and probably I'm going to drive ever. It is just so fantastic. It drives very, very great. It just looks fantastic. So I'm really, really happy with that. So I'm gonna be driving that also occasionally. So now back to the field over here. Following Daytona, of course, the winner, Bastini. She is also your points leader with 94 points. And second in points was Noortje Smits with 92 points because of the bonus points. She is not racing here because she has given the wheel to Demi Spander, who's dead last in points. So, yeah. Well, that's the deal they had. So, also there was a little bit of contact between Paul Athenos and James Shelley coming to the finish line at Daytona, and James Shelley has apologized to Paul Athenos. However, Paul Athenos didn't even blame James Shelley. He blamed Janelle Pinston, the 50 car, for holding him up. So, yeah, a little bit of tension maybe between Paul Athenos and Janelle Pinston might be one of the stories to look for. And John Cena is going to be driving a new paint scheme, or two new paint schemes, but that's not this race going to be. Next few races. This time he is back again in the Gravity Falls paint scheme. So two paint schemes. They look pretty great. Well, not 100% my color type, but I gotta say, John made it work out. So it's gonna be a little bit of a surprise for you guys. So you'll see that later. So ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get racing over here with Harry Hills on the pole. It's something which immediately struck me looking at the qualifying here, the qualifying results. Look at this. 3rd, 4th, 5th. Philip Goldberg, Ben Goldberg, and Robert Goldberg. I was like, whoa, 3 Goldbergs, all there. Right behind Sunday Course and Harry Hills. So, I'm gonna get this race started. It is a very short race, so these guys have to move fast. Make sure they come to the front as quickly as possible, because before they even will notice it, the race is gonna be over. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Harry Hills in number 76 car and Sunday Course in the 51 will lead us to the green. Here we go. And a great start from the 4 car of Philip Goldberg. Immediately going to second position. And going for the lead. To the inside he goes. Philip Goldberg, ladies and gentlemen, your new leader. And immediately you can see Sunday Course has fallen back to 6th place already. Philip Goldberg is your new leader. Also Harry Hills now getting passed by the 22, and we might have had problems for Engel Abeliana in the 01 car. So one Hyundai in problems, and the other one is up front. And yes, this is a short track, and that's why we love it. This is just, craziness all around. Very aggressive racing, very fun racing as well. But you really want to be really don't want to be in the back. Although I'm starting to doubt if you really want to be up front, because if something happens in the back, then you might get involved in that very soon. Now let's take a look quickly where our points leaders will skim through the fields. Points leader, Beth Sinise. She's working her way to the front. I think that's her. Yes, indeed, that's her. She is in 12th position, so pretty great race for her already. Here we go. Race for second position. Ben Goldberg and Robert Goldberg. The 3 Goldbergs now. 1, 2, 3. That's quite amazing. Let's see if they can make it a team race. 6 laps into this race. There's Jane Pinter coming to the inside. And goes on to 3rd place. And here comes Bruce Littlejohn as well. This type of racetrack is her specialty. So we're really curious what she can do over here on this short track. Her her cup of tea. Also, of course, dirt tracks as well. But really short tracks, she was looking very much forward to this race. And running in 4th place is not bad at all. But Philip Goldberg is really far away. And we're almost 10 laps into this. I don't know what it is, but these guys are, for some reason, pretty calm. not a whole lot of craziness over here. We see the 83 car of Tua Tupola coming to the front, trying to go to third place. We'll also see the 33 car there. And slowly but surely, this is one of the best. This is the best short track in NR 2003. Why? Because people can't pass. I mean, we've had Phil Goldberg up front for a long time. Okay, but he has passed 3 people to do that. We have now Prudence Littlejohn in second. The other 2 Goldbergs who were up front have already fallen back pretty far. I don't know. There's Robert Goldberg. He's in the 11th position out of the top 10. Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. They still save it. They still save it. Daniel Voiles in the wall together with Ray Takeda. Coming off the wall again. They save it. Great job by them. But yeah, guys are starting to realize, well, this is a short race. We're already 1/3 into this race. You gotta make something happen right now. Otherwise, it will could be a devastating race for you. And even though it's not double points, it's still an important race because it's one of the 38 races. So Prudence Littlejohn still in second, Philip Goldberg still up front, and Tua Tupola third. Fourth we got Leah Walker, and in 5th position now is back again Harry Hills. Well, he fell back early, but he's now starting to come to the front again, 5th place. Bastianese, there we got PJ Williams, Jane Pinter, we got Haruka Takeda and James Shelley battling over here with Ben Goldberg, who was not really happy with his Daytona result, also because of a pit stop late in the race, so not very satisfied with that. So still, I don't know how, but still these guys, every time we do these test races, there's a caution within the first 10 laps, sometimes even 2, and we have a caution, and we have cars up and over. Chris Washer is on his roof. Oh boy. Oh, guys, easy. Tua Tupola into the wall as well. Sorry, I jinxed it. But we are now waiting for the leader, and that is this guy. It is not this guy, because it was, oh boy. It was not Philip Goldberg, because they have not crossed the line, and we have craziness around this racetrack. Oh my goodness, I feel pretty bad now for spoiling it, for not spoiling it, but for jinxing it, saying like, well, I don't know why there's no caution after all, and then everybody crashes. So, craziness all around. Leah Walker is now the leader, because the other 2 leaders have crashed. So, my goodness, this is just crazy. Look at this car. Gabe Williams, a lot of damage to her car. Who else is on pit road? We see there Luke Walker, we see Paul Athenas, we see Tua Tupola, we see Chris Washer, who went on his roof. We also see Mason Wood, who might have gone on his roof as well. There were 2 cars who flipped over. Sonic Course is now coming in as well. Inge Lambliana is there. So, ladies and gentlemen, craziness all around. Let's take a look at the replays. Caution number 1. Alright guys, we're back again, and I gotta say, this is one of those typical South Boston crashes. We've seen these crashes now for, I don't know, 2 or 3 times, but it is a huge one. Ladies and gentlemen, Gabe Williams is gonna get turned by Mason Wood. I will put it real slow. See that pit wall over there with those barrels. Ouch. That's an extremely hard impact. Mason Wood goes flying, but I will stay with the 93 car for a moment. There we see the 2 car flying through the air. He also went over. There's Aiden Thomas. And there Chris Washer gets into it. And look at that 93 car doing a nose stand. That's absolutely insane. Inge Lambliana with a very hard hit into Chris Washer. Just a crazy crash. With 2 cars gone over. There's Aiden Thomas. Sliding down, we see Inge Lambliana. She, I think, continued her way. Chris Washer as well. And now this is where issues started, because here comes Philip Goldberg, the leader. He had not crossed the line yet, and he chooses the wrong side. So heartbreak for him. But even worse is for Prudence Littlejohn, who runs straight into the 2 of Mason Wood. Goes up the racetrack again. Tua Tupola, who was in 3rd or 4th, no 3rd, crashed into the back of Prudence Littlejohn, then gets turned by Harry Hills, and into the wall he goes. This is just a crazy crash. And you see, they're all stacking into the Chris Washer over there. And I'll rewind it. I will look at now. Look at the '07 car of Mason Wood. I don't think he went over. No, it was just a hard hit. So it won't be a big stripe for Mason Wood's resume. And of course, that will count also for the next race. So, oh my goodness, Lane van Dijk was very lucky there. And there we see the 2 car of Aidan Thomas. And there we will see the '06 of Chris Washer. That's 2 cars gone over. And we will indeed, well, have a flip counter over here. Meaning we have 2 flips. This season, the first flips of the season. Well, they were quite big ones. Now let's take a look at what happened with the others. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I thought I was doing smart, but I wasn't. Because there we see the 4 car of Philip Goldberg. He stopped, then gets hit by Denise Steinauer. Jason Sinclair gets into it. And I think there might be more, but I'm not sure. Well, we saw a whole lot of cars with damage, so not sure where they got their damage from. Well, here they of course stacked into each other. They all stacked into each other because they had to wait. And well, this was not that big of a deal. Who else we saw with the big damage? I think Engel Blian, of course. But these guys here in the back, they are full throttle still, it seems like. And that's gonna be a big impact here. And this is also something which we've seen very often at South Boston. Just those stack-ups. We also saw them at Daytona, but here it's even worse. There, 32 cars, 67, 44, 24, 51, hard, 70, 81, 68, 30, 70, 18. And they're all just stacking into this. Oh, there's even worse, even harder hit, the 99, the 72 car. So, my goodness, what a mess it is. And you see, this 17 car even got turned around. Ooh, almost got on the roof there. Well, that's quite amazing. Well, this is a better camera angle. So after this, we'll get one more camera angle, which will be an onboard. With one of the flippers. Chris Washer, he landed on his roof, so we'll not go onboard with him. So we will go onboard indeed with the 2 car of Aidan Thomas, who gets credits for the first flip of the season. Although I'm not sure if he's really happy with that, but look at this. Onboard with him. This is a brutal crash. Oh, look at this. That 07 car just shot up onto the racetrack again. That was absolutely insane. Then he gets hit, but as soon as he gets hit, he jumps on pit road. So just craziness all around. And eventually this was the leader, but she made a pit stop, and this is your new leader, Leon Walker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to the green flag. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back again indeed because it's a short lap. We're a little bit early. I'm not 100% sure if we're going green when we come around in 2 times, but well. 33 car of Leah Walker is your leader. Second position is for Harry Hills. Third, we got the 13 car of PJ Williams. Fourth is Jane Pitt with a little bit of damage. Then in 5th position, we got the 8 car of Haruka Takeda. 6th, we got Bassani, your points leader. 7th is the 28 car of James Shelley, 16 points. 8th is Joseph Van Esten's McAfee, Alpha, great car. 9th, we got the 23 car of Troy Kang. And in 10th, we got Ben Goldberg. So that's your top 10. So, lights on the pace car are off. Who is out of the race? Well, I don't know how many cars, but quite a lot of cars actually are out of this race. Well, including the 2, the 06, the 07, and 93, and 99, 41, 68, the 81, 77 car, the 02 I think as well. So even Prudence Littlejohn is out of this race. Ouch. The 70 car might be as well. The 01 and the 83, I'm not sure. So, there's also John Ciadino on pit road, but the leader is Leah Walker. She's really running way hard. Does she have damage? I don't think so. Maybe very, very little bit, but I don't think she has that. I think the 76 car has more damage. And now also PJ Williams is going by. So PJ Williams is on a mission, ladies and gentlemen, with just around 7 laps to go. And Beth Sinise is also on a mission to get her second win this season. Can they reel in Leah Walker, or are we gonna see another caution? 33 car up front, pushing. The 11 car has to look out not to push too hard, but she goes to the inside, and a clean pass on PJ Williams will bring James Shelley with her, and also Joseph and Nestor, her teammates. Yes. That second position for Bassanese, who is really making a statement over here. Usually called, not the best driver of the team. Zach Sesser has the most success, I think. So I was wondering why he was driving and not, he was not driving while, some others might be. Not calling any names, of course, all great drivers. And that is exactly what Bassanese is doing over here. She's proving that over here. Driving in second place and going for the lead in a couple of moments, possibly. Well, it's to look out now. The 28 car is on the move as well. James Shelley third place. But it is all still for Leah Walker with 2 laps to go. Anybody, anything for her? Question mark. Her Subway Mercedes might be cruising to a first career victory as she comes out of turn number 4. Just 0.4 miles to go for her. And then she is gonna be a first time winner in the Dascar Phillips Cup Series in her Mercedes. Going on to the brake stretch and immediately going into the final lap, or final turn. Ladies and gentlemen, it is gonna be Leah Walker winning over the South Boston Sprint Race. And that is how short this race is. Wow, that's a great... Oh! Well, everybody suddenly... Well, I think the 17 car did the best thing over there. So, there we have all cars on pit road, and we're looking for the winner. And the winner is... I don't know where the winner is. I don't even know where Bethany started, to be honest, but... Well, there, pace car then. So here we have the official status. I'll scroll through once. There we go. So you can see indeed retired were Jay Stella. Who the heck is Paul Stella again? I don't know. I think there was a one-time driver as well, but Paul Stella, not. Jay Stella, Bruce Littlejohn, Daniel Voiles, Mitch Bretz as well, Luke Walker, Denise Steinhauer. I think they are all involved in that stacking up, except for Bruce Littlejohn and Denise Steinhauer. Well, actually Denise Steinhauer as well, but except for Bruce Littlejohn, all those guys, Jeffrey Finguy as well, were involved in stacking up, and Gabe Williams was extremely hard hit. We hope that she is alright. Mason Woods, Chris Washer, and Aiden Thomas are dead last. So, ladies and gentlemen, we got Leah Walker, the winner over here, but, Bassanese, the points leader, finishing in second. She's gonna extend her lead incredibly, except for the fact that PJ Williams, who's 13 points, finished in 5th. So that's also pretty good. Well, Ray Takada finished in 24th, 4th in points, not very good. Jay Stella retired. James Shelley, 6th in points, finished in 3rd, so he's also going to climb quite a lot. Diana Vasquez in the number 9 car, pretty invisible race, but she still managed to finish in 6th, so that's pretty great for her. Mitch Bress retired, Anna Gregg in the 18 car, pretty invisible race, in 25th she finished, so. And Gabe Williams, we know the story, did not finish, so. Leah Walker, great job by her winning the race. Bassanese, James Shelley, and Joseph Onesto. That's 2 of the top-notch racing cars in the top 4. PJ Williams in 5th. 6th, we got Diana Vasquez, Robert Goldberg in 7th. 8th is Jackson Brown. 9th, Janelle Pinsel. Quite a lot better than the last race when she was holding up the whole bunch. And in 10th, we got Jason Sinclair, who even was involved in a small accident when the caution came out. So, well, a couple of guys having great races, and other than them have terrible races. But the fact is the best news is still going to be the points leader. Ladies and gentlemen, that was it for today. We'll have the main race coming up in just a few days. Also, make sure to watch the Regional Pro Cup Series race at this racetrack and all the other Dascar action from the Frizzestyle Series and the DSN Truck Series. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time with Dascar Phillips Cup Series Season 8 2015 here on Sport 1.